So I'm here to do a monthly favorites today. Ironically, on a day I'm not wearing any makeup at all. I went to the gym, I worked out, I don't wear makeup to the gym, barefaced, and I know that's not how you're supposed to do it typically, but hey. Also, I am very rambly, so if you're not interested, then I'm not offended if you don't want to watch this video. Anyway, I'm going to share my favorites from this month, and before I really get into it, I'm going to give you a quick backstory. Rambling already. Last year, for about 1.5 years, 2 years, I was growing out my hair, so it was like down all the way, and I decided it was time to donate. So I donated, I cut it, and I was like, hey, let's dye it. I haven't dyed it in like a decade, so I dyed my hair. It was like an ashy color. The ash completely all washed out because I don't know how to take care of hair, so it's blonde, and they said I could go back and tone it. And I was like, I didn't want to pay for more when it's just gonna wash out. So I left it, and I actually do like it. I'm going back in August to kind of touch it up so that it could be a true balayage right now. They kind of stopped it about 1 inch from my root, and it's already like 3 inches away maybe-ish. So I think it's gonna be time soon to touch it up. But so I share that because my hair was so dry and it was more coarse, and I didn't know how to take care of it. So these are a couple products that helped. I tried the Moroccan Oil All-in-One Leave-In Conditioner. And what I do is I get out of the shower, towel dry, and before I comb it at all, I will spray this. It's almost like a detangler. I just do a couple of spritz on the top. I'll lift it, spritz 1, 2, 3. And then I will use a fine tooth comb and gently comb it out, because also once you've dyed your hair, it's more brittle and sensitive and annoying. So after that dries about like, I would say at about 80%. So you're just a little bit, you know, not even wet, but you could just feel like coldness. Then I'll go in with the Moroccan Oil Treatment, and it's this guy. I've already gone through a larger size of this. I bought this small one because I don't remember exactly why. I think there was maybe a bundle that I got with these and some shampoo and conditioner set or something. Anyway, doesn't matter, it's the same product. I really like this product, so I'll just put like, I use about 1/4 size, and I'll massage it through my hair. And I used to do this a lot at the ends of my hair, but now that it's more sensitive, I just kind of gently like pull it down to coat it, but not to, you know, cause more breakage or split ends. And because of that, another thing that was totally different for me, I was pretty low maintenance with my hair. I styled it every once in a while, but I didn't put too much heat on it. With my hair being shorter and now dyed, and it was like coarse and dry, it tended to flare out a little. And so in the beginning, the first couple weeks, I tried using, you know, blow dryer to blow dry my hair, curling iron. I tried a straightener, and they were all just, curling iron worked, but I felt like I was really damaging my hair. So what I do now is all the steps that I just shared, and then I use rollers. And the one I have is from DryBar, and it's this box. I think I have also another little box. So what I do is, once my hair is with, actually, do I do it before the oil or after? I don't think it matters. But once your hair is mostly dry, don't put your hair in with rollers when your hair is wet. It really doesn't do anything. You have to be like 80-90% dry. So these come in 2 sizes. So you got a large one and a small one. Here, let me pull this out. These 2 sizes. So it kind of depends on how your hair is, how much hair you have, but I tend to use the larger one and the top here. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do half my hair with this underneath, half my hair here, use a little one underneath, and then they have clips. So I'm at like 80-90% dry. I'll put those in for like 10-20 minutes. I'll watch a show, whatever, or get ready in the morning maybe, and afterwards my hair is a lot less frizzy. It's more tame. It has a direction. and I don't have to use a hair dryer. So because of that, my hair quality has gotten a lot better. It's January, right? So about 5 months of this, I haven't had to use any heat, or very little. Very rarely do I ever use heat. So highly recommend. That's all my hair stuff. Okay, skincare. I have just a couple items. I went to a Mixsoon event with a couple of friends, and I went because I was like, Korean skincare, but I'd never heard of Mixsoon. I think it's huge, so it's just a me problem. But I use the Bean Essence. I'm almost done. I've been using this for a couple months now. Do you guys ever do this when you're showing something, your pinky's like, I'm shy, I'm gonna stay back here? Anyway, so I've used this. How I use it, look, it's like probably 1 or 2 pumps away from being done. How I use this is I will wash my face, I will tone it, and then I will use this essence after that before my moisturizer. Generally, they say to go from your lightest products to your heaviest products, so the creams are always at the end. But I have found that it's really helped my texture. I know that there's no skincare that's like a miracle worker, but there are some that will help you a little bit more than others. I don't know the full science behind it, so can't really share. But I have noticed my skin texture being better. Some of my fine lines are minimized, and I think it has a very gentle like acid that helps kind of regulate. I don't know, but regardless, I think that it's worked really well. I'm outside for the first time in a while, and I didn't notice all these spider webs. I haven't cleaned the backyard in a bit. I would film inside, but my husband just got back, and I don't want to film when he's there because it's awkward. So he's taking a nap now. It's like perfect timing. Let me go film my favorites. So this is what I use as my daily moisturizer. It has SPF 30. It's from Roche-Posay, the I don't know how to say this, Toleraine Double Repair Face Moisturizer. And I've already gone through a couple bottles of this, or containers of this. I have another one ready to go. I just really like it because it feels lightweight enough, but not too thin, and it's really easy, and it absorbs really well and quickly. I just really like this product, so recommend. Then I have started, only in the last month or so, really layering my sunscreen. I have no idea if it does anything. Maybe the SPF in my moisturizer was enough. I have no idea, but for me, sound of mind, and what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's like a placebo. It could be a placebo. It may not be. All to say, I really like this sunscreen from Shiseido. It's the Ultimate Sun Protection Cream, SPF 50 plus. So I use this on days that I'm going to the office and I'm doing, you know, my regular makeup. On the weekends, I switch to something else that's a little more oily. That's this one. Okay, what I'll say is this one, although at the end of the day, I'm like combination oily, I will get oil on my forehead regardless. But this one I have less of, so I don't feel like an oily mess. So I really like that product. And then this is from the company Lather. This is a white clay deep pore cleansing mask. And I've had this for quite a while as well. I use this maybe once a month or so. My skin's not super sensitive. It's, I would say, normal combination, but every now and then, you know, you get a little more acne than usual. Maybe it's more hormones. Regardless, if I have any sort of concerns, I turn to this. It's like a putty almost, with a little bit of what feels like oatmeal. Maybe it's not oatmeal. I'm not gonna read through it. But you put it on, it's like stronger, and then 10 minutes later you can wash it off with warm water. And I just think it always makes my skin look so much nicer afterwards, and any potential breakouts that were coming were like, I'm scared, I'm not gonna break out anymore. So I recommend that. Okay, just a couple of makeup things. I kept this very specific to what I loved this month, so it's not like all my forever all-time favorites, but one that I do want to mention, or a couple of them I want to mention, these liquid eyeshadow creams. Okay, so I have a Lisa Eldridge. This is the Liquid Silk liquid eyeshadow in the color Irene, and I really like Lisa Eldridge products anyway, but this one I really like for a daily use. It is a liquid eyeshadow that when you put on, first of all, it's like a very gentle pigmentation. There's definitely pigment, but it's not stark and too bold. And then the good thing is it gives you time to really blend it out. So it stays more runny. The consistency is a little bit more runny than some of the other stuff I've used. And it gives you time to really blend it out. And it's so beautiful. I highly recommend that. On the other hand, I've also been using the Giorgio Armani eye tint in 22. Doesn't say the name, so whatever 22 is. This one is also beautiful. I love it so much. The difference is that Lisa Eldridge's product, again, is more runny, so you have more time to play with it, versus Giorgio Armani, it sets faster. So if I use Giorgio Armani and I put it on both eyelids and then grab my brush and blend it, by the time I get to the other eyelid, it's almost kind of dry. So when I use this, I have to be careful to do one eye at a time. But I do really like this color. The Lisa Eldridge one is pretty much my skin tone with like a 10% tint for this color. So my Giorgio Armani option, there's like a little more color. I could see it, you know, and I'm never really like a one, there's always something happening. Earlier before I started filming, there was a plane, now there's an ambulance. Anyway, I'm never really like a one cream eyeshadow and I'm done, you know. I do like to layer different things. So I do an eye primer, then I'll use one of these, then I'll just put a little tiny bit of eyeshadow and then liner. So they just really help me on my makeup journey. Is it getting closer? It's getting closer. I'm so sorry. Do I wait it out? I don't think I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna keep talking. And if that was a bad idea, then I apologize and I won't do it again. Okay, so I've purchased so many brushes this past month. Because I purchased from Hourglass, BK Beauty, CL. That ambulance is literally right here. Somewhere. So I've gotten a bunch of them and I just want more time to really test them out, because I don't want to prematurely tell you I really like something and then not really like something. So the Hourglass one I've been using, I had purchased it last month maybe, or the month before, so I've used it for a lot longer. And this is their concealer brush. It has, I'm sure most people have seen this, but it has an angle, it's fluffy, dense enough to really move the product, but not too dense where it's uncomfortable, because sometimes when it's too dense it's uncomfortable to move around. It covers a lot of surface area, as you could see when I put on concealer, and it just blends really well. So I really like this brush. I think I have another brush from them, and if I'm gonna have to make a judgment call on if it was worth the money, I think this one is. The other one, not sure yet. Questionable. Same with Makeup Forever. I've purchased these at the same time, but this is their HD Skin Face Essentials palette. I've shown this a bunch on my Instagram because I just find it so lovely. I don't wear foundation all the time, but usually when I go to work I'll wear concealer. And now in the last couple years I've learned to appreciate the rest of the complexion. Like, I really like blush now. I didn't used to. I'm still learning to love bronzer and contour, and I'm really not there yet with foundation, but I just find that this has everything I need. The colors are great, the pigmentation is nice, the consistency is nice. My only gripe is that because I'm normal combination, I have a little bit more oiliness, where this really needs to set with something, like the concealer especially, because I do have a lot of fine lines. I'm getting older, I'm 39, and a little bit sad about it, but kind of not. Anyway, I do see fine lines right about here, and I hear the crow. I want to be one of those people where I could just like put out my arm and then it lands on me and I'm like, this is my crow. And then let it fly off again. Anyway, so yeah, it creases on my fine lines, but it stays well on the rest of my face where I'm less oily, and then on the blush part it stays really well. It ends up looking patchy after 8 hours, I think. Most things usually do. I don't find too many things that stay that, you know, nicely, evenly applied for the whole day. But, so I don't really ding it for that reason, because I feel like most people wouldn't wear makeup for that long without touching it up. Anyway, for me personally, I think that it works really well, and I do like to set it with a powder if I'm using blush. Okay, 2 more items. Speaking of blush, and I've shown this on my Instagram as well, this is the Jelly Dough Blusher from Holika, and it's in the color Strawberry Jelly. And I have this swatched on my video, but you open it, there's a little mirror, and then there's a little puff that you should utilize. The product is behind this plastic door, and super pretty. It is exactly how it's marketed. It's like doughy, it's like jelly, and it also, I will say, compared to some of my other cheek products, this definitely needs a touch up at your 4 to 6 hour mark, because I think that it's there, but it's not all there. It's kind of like the beginning of the group project, you're all excited, and then people start like not showing up, and then it's like the 2 or 1 that really brings everyone to the finish line. This is sort of that, so midway you have to be like, guys, teamwork. It's all about teamwork. And touch up, and it's like a luminous product. So when I wear it, I feel like it's glowing in a really nice way, and it really livens my face up. And I definitely start to have blush, what is it called? Blush, not amnesia, blush blindness when I'm wearing this, because I like it so much. And then the last product I'm going to mention, I've been using this probably for like 5 months now. And I'm going to have to mention it today because I just really love it, and I didn't think I would. I bought this on a whim. It's called Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Balm. And at the time I was looking for a nice lip gloss, lip balm, and I was like, I personally like that tingly feeling, that cooling tingly feeling with lip products, and I knew that Too Faced had that. I had purchased stuff from them before, so I got this, and I just really enjoy using it. It doesn't dry out my lips. It actually has a very comfortable, cushiony feel. It does have that tingly feeling a little bit and that cooling feeling, which I personally like. And the bonus is, because this has a color, if I'm ever wearing any lip product that I feel like it's a little much, I put this on to sort of mix the color, because it comes out so pink, and it just creates a really pretty finish with like a little bit of sheen. I just recommend it. I think once I don't know if I would repurchase though. That's the weird thing, because I have so much stuff. I think I would hold off on repurchasing and then see in my day-to-day if I miss it that much, then I think I would repurchase. But as much as I like it, I'm surprised I just said that. So anyway, I think those are it. Those are all my favorites for the month. I hope that this was hopeful, interesting, fun to watch. Confused why this girl's kind of strange. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you later.